G'day trainers and welcome back to part 4 of our Poké-Geography series where we take an in-depth look at the towns, cities and landmarks throughout the Pokemon world. Today, we're taking a look at Cerulean City. Let's have a look at everything this beautiful town has to offer. Cerulean City is the third major town you visit in the Kanto region and is located in northern Kanto. It is known as the Color of Aqua Mysteries. We first see Cerulean City when Ash Ketchum accompanies Misty back to her hometown and is shocked to find out that alongside her sisters, Misty is one of the Cerulean City gym leaders and a water Pokemon specialist. This beautiful city has a small sea inlet that runs through the northern areas of Cerulean, but we'll get to the importance of this later. Cerulean City would be classed as a mid-sized city for the region and has grown from a population of 27 up to 33. This would be slightly higher, but with the bike store closing and relocating, the town count did drop slightly. There are quite a few areas of interest in this city being Miracle Cycle, which is the bike store in town. This store does seem to be run by a con man and is willing to sell his bikes for 1 million Poké-Dollars. However, there is a hard cap to the money that you can earn in this world, and that is at 999,999 Poké-Dollars. To me, it seems like this store is a front for something. Potentially, a Pokemon poaching syndicate, but this is just my headcanon. The Miracle Cycle sells 3 styles of bike: the plain city bike, the fast mountain bike, and just the plain old bicycle. Now, even though the owner seems to be an incompetent businessman when it comes to pricing his product, he does seem to offer vouchers which can be used to trade for a bike, potentially giving him some free publicity. Well, is it really free if the cost of a bike is 1 million Poké-Dollars? I guess it depends on how much foot traffic we send his way. We know that he has at least offered one voucher before, as the chairman of the Pokemon fan club has one that he offers to the player character in exchange for listening to his speech about Rapidash. In the future, this bike store does close down and the owners decide to relocate to Goldenrod City in the Johto region. This is not the end of the Cerulean City bike enthusiasm though, as even further into the future, a bike maniac will soon move in and collect many types of bikes, ranging from the muck bike to the acro bike. However, he doesn't seem to have any interest in selling or giving these away to anybody. We also have the person known only as the Gym Badge Man, who lives here. He's located in his cottage in the northwest area of the city. This local legend has been instructing young trainers on the benefits and effects of each Indigo League badge. The Boulder Badge from Pewter City allowing Pokemon to use Flash outside of battle, or the Rainbow Badge from Celadon City, allowing all Pokemon up to level 50 to obey your commands, as well as providing the trainer the ability to command certain Pokemon outside of battle to use the move Strength. It is possible that this gentleman does not believe in banks or storage areas, as if you go into his backyard and dig around a little bit, you'll find a rare candy amongst his flower bed. This could just also be a random drop, but I like my spin on this just a bit more. It adds a little more personality to the game. There's also a house that is occupied by 2 different people throughout the years. It will either belong to Dante or Melanie, and both of these characters play an important role early on. Dante is somewhat of a Poké enthusiast and wants to collect many different species, as he will try to convince you to trade his Jinx for your Poliwhirl. When Melanie occupies this house, she's accompanied by an Oddish, Sandshrew, and a Bulbasaur. If you're playing in Pokemon Yellow, Melanie will give you a Bulbasaur if you have a friendship level of at least 147 with your starter Pikachu. That isn't really difficult if you've been battling everyone you find. You already should have a very strong bond built. In the Let's Go universe, Melanie will give you her Bulbasaur if you've already caught at least 30 different types of Pokemon. In the northern area of Cerulean City, there's a small cottage that the Berry Powder Man lives in. Think of this man as a herbalist in the Pokeverse. What this unsung hero does is create vitamins and herbal medications from berry powder. Upon first meeting Dr. Powder, he will provide you with a powder jar which can hold an incredible amount of up to 99,999 units of berry powder. He'll then task you with filling it with the powder from crushed berries. To do this, you must use a new type of machine that's been invented and is currently located upstairs in the local Pokemon Center. This machine is simply, yet aptly named, Berry Crush. Once you have successfully gathered enough, you can have very valuable items made, including but not limited to PP Up, which will increase a move's available PP by 1/5 of its base PP, and Protein, which increases the base attack stat for the Pokemon it is used on. In the Let's Go universe, the Move Tutor, who is a person available to teach your Pokemon exclusive and very powerful moves, is located in the Cerulean City Poké Center. There's also a house known as the Burglarized house. When we first visit here, we find an active police investigation led by the Cerulean City officer Jenny. This rule-following and process-abiding Jenny will not let you enter the crime scene, as she rightly shouldn't. However, once you leave and you meet up with Bill, who we'll discuss shortly, Jenny is no longer blocking the entrance and you can freely enter. The house is an absolute mess as it's been completely ransacked, and you find out that it was, surprise surprise, Team Rocket yet again who has committed this crime. They were looking for something in particular and they did find it. They stole the TM, or technical machine, for the move Dig. You'll be able to very quickly find the grunt who stole this and battle him for the TM. Of course, once you win, you'll be able to return the TM to the homeowner. Once you do though, he tells you to keep it as he doesn't want to rely on a technical machine and will find another way to teach his Diglett dig. Somehow I don't think he's going to have an issue teaching a digging Pokemon how to dig. 3 years later, and this man is now actively fighting robbers and crooks so that the events from back then do not happen to him or his wife again. This time, a Team Rocket grunt has stolen a machine part, and without it, the Kanto power plant on Route 10 will not be able to get the power turned back on. The homeowner is furious that this could be the same grunt as 3 years ago, and is adamant that he will not reconsider not reporting the Team Rocket grunt if it's the same one. The Cerulean police have put up a notice outside this house which reads, "Stamp out thievery and make the city a friendlier, more cheerful place. Signed, Cerulean Police." The Cerulean Gym is the official gym of Cerulean City and is based on water-type Pokemon. The gym leader here is Misty. However, much like the Pewter City Gym, this is also a family-run business, as Misty's sisters, Daisy, Lily, and Violet, are also gym leaders here. However, in the anime world, Misty steps down for a short while to travel with Ash in pursuit of her goal to be the world's greatest water Pokemon trainer. She does, however, return eventually to become the sole and full-time gym leader here, as her sisters decide to travel the world. This gym is essentially an Olympic-sized swimming pool. The gym itself has gone through many renovations, as it started out looking almost like a circus tent from the outside. This is completely overhauled later on and more closely resembles a massive indoor aqua center. There are water Pokemon exhibits inside, and also this gym doubles as an aquarium. It can be sometimes tough to find Misty in the games, as she's rather fond of going on dates with her boyfriend. Sorry, Ash. Once she is found, her boyfriend runs off and is scared by our approach. This makes Misty very angry and leads us directly to our opportunity to challenge her. Challengers will often find themselves up against Misty's Psyduck and Starmie. However, if they are more skilled trainers or they are re-challenging her, they could find themselves up against her Golduck, Dugong, Vaporeon, Starmie, and Gyarados. Once the challengers are able to overcome this powerful water specialist, they are awarded the Cascade Badge, which resembles a light blue raindrop. This badge will force Pokemon up to level 30 to obey commands from their trainers. There is also a very important place here, the Cerulean Cave, originally called the Unknown Dungeon, and is located in the northwest of the city. There is a complex structure made up of underground maze-like tunnels which are that vast they extend beyond the borders of Cerulean and press into the surrounding mountains. You are only able to access this cave by surfing on the back of your Pokemon down Route 24. There is a person here that acts as a protector to all. He will not allow anyone to enter this cave unless they've earned all 8 Kanto Gym badges and have entered the Hall of Fame. This is because the Cerulean Cave is home to devastatingly powerful Pokemon up to level 67. Some of these frightening encounters can be Poliwrath, Raichu, Rhydon, Chansey, and more. You can also run into Pokemon Trainer Green inside, which indicates that before you, she was also able to defeat the Elite Four and Champion, and she will battle you with a full team of 6 Pokemon, consisting of Clefable, Gengar, Victreebel, Ninetales, Kangaskhan, all at level 66, and her ace Pokemon, Blastoise, who has the ability to Mega Evolve and is level 68. Truly a ferocious battle. The true appeal of this cave is what lies at its absolute deepest levels, the terrifying MewTwo. This is the one and only chance that you will have to catch MewTwo, and is often a good place to use your valuable Master Ball. In Pokemon Origins, Red heads out to the Cerulean Cave after hearing that Blue attempted to catch a wild Pokemon, but ended up in hospital where Mewtwo sent his Blastoise flying back and then landed on top of him, crushing him, causing severe injuries. Red, being a very powerful Pokemon trainer by this point, was eager to catch Mewtwo and complete the Pokedex for Professor Oak. Mewtwo, however, was powerful enough to 1v6 his entire team, and it wasn't until Charizard came in clutch and Mega Evolved into Mega Charizard X that Red was able to deliver some lasting damage and eventually capture the artificial aggressor. In the Pokemon Adventures manga, Red is saved by Blaine, the 7th Kanto gym leader from Cinnabar Island. Red and his Pokemon were near Cerulean Cave and all of a sudden caught in a tornado. Blaine and his Rapidash stopped them from being blown away. This is where Blaine explains that there was not a tornado, and in fact a psychic attack called Psywave, which was used by Mewtwo. Blaine then reveals that he was the scientist working for Team Rocket. He had a hand in the creation of Mewtwo. Blaine goes on to Red's horror that because Team Rocket did not have enough DNA from Mew, he ended up using samples from his own arm to bridge the gaps. Somehow, this caused some of Mewtwo's cells to end up in Blaine's arm and horribly mutated it. This connection though caused them both to be able to sense each other's presence. The mutated arm of Blaine has continued to spread, and he knows that eventually this will kill him, and there's no way to prevent it. Knowing this, Blaine wished to kill Mewtwo with what little time he had left. Blaine restrained Red and charged through the Psywave with his Rapidash. This caused a massive explosion, but did not affect Mewtwo in any way. Red finally breaking free, following Blaine in, and after a rather clever plan from Red where he used Mewtwo's own style against him, was able to capture it with the Master Ball. Red then hands Mewtwo to Blaine and begs him to teach Mewtwo of the kindness of humans. Red then departs for the Indigo Plateau. Cerulean City is one of 2 cities in the Kanto region that has 4 exits from said city, the other being Saffron City, which we'll speak about in the next video. There's Route 4 to the west, which will take you back towards Mount Moon and then onto Route 3 and Pewter City. Route 9 to the west will have a lot of wild Pokemon and trainers that will happily engage in battle with you, so make sure you're prepared with revives and potions for the trip. In the manga, this has become a desolate wasteland as the industrial waste from the Kanto power plant has spread here and killed off almost all of the local plant life. In the early games in Kanto, there is a trainer here with a Sandshrew that after you defeat him will say, "I need to begin this 100 match winning streak again," implying that this is AJ from the anime. However, in the anime, AJ is located on Route 6. Route 5 to the south is the path that all trainers that are competing in the Pokemon League Challenge will take, as it leads them directly to Saffron City and their next gym challenge. Route 5 is home to the Pokemon Daycare where you can leave your Pokemon to level up passively while you travel. If you leave 2 compatible Pokemon, they will breed and produce you a Poké-Egg, which you can accept into your party and begin to care for it while it incubates. Mr. Hyper is located here at this daycare and will hyper train your Pokemon once you are the league champion. Hyper training is a way to increase a Pokemon's IVs, or individual values, kind of like its genes or its genetics, which I guess makes this kind of like genetic modification, and all of a sudden I don't know how I feel about this. In the anime, this is where Ash locates the Hidden Village, which is run by Melanie. The Hidden Village is a safe space for Pokemon that have been abandoned by their trainers and a place where they can live and heal peacefully. This is where Ash eventually gets his iconic Bulbasaur. The 4th and final exit is Route 24 to the north. There are a lot of Pokemon trainers on this path, so make sure you are prepared. There is contention around if this is where Ash finds his Charmander, as it is mentioned that they find the abandoned Charmander on Route 24, but it states that Route 24 and 25 lead to Vermilion City instead of Route 6. Now, we cannot talk about Route 24 and leave out 25, as this is where the Sea Cottage is located. This is where Ash captures his 7th Pokemon, Krabby, and is shocked that it disappears, as Pokemon trainers can only hold 6 Pokemon at a time in the anime. They notice the Sea Cottage, which in the games is home to Pokemon expert Bill, but in the anime, arrive at a lighthouse where they find Bill, who has been trapped inside of a Kabuto costume for hours. Bill is the first person to tell us that there could be a lot more than 150 different types of Pokemon, and boy was he right. Now, there have been Pokemon that can appear larger than others throughout the games and the anime. Some easy examples of this are Gary's Krabby being double the size of Ash's, Bruno's Onix being larger than all other Onix that we've seen, and the wild Charizard in the Charasific Valley in the Johto region, where all of the Charizard here are much larger than Ash's. But from time to time, we come across giant Pokemon that seem to never be explained. The two most famous examples of the giant Pokemon are the giant Tentacruel that destroyed the Hutbert port. Now we know this one was an artificial incident. Team Rocket had spilled some chemical that caused Tentacruel to evolve. One of these evolved to 100 times its normal size. The other being the giant Dragonite that appears at Bill's lighthouse. This is my personal favourite, as it has a very majestic and beautiful feel to it. I still get annoyed when I watch this episode and Jesse, James and Meowth start to attack. It breaks my heart. In the manga, the sea cottage is where Bill lives, and it's where he is swapped into the body of a Rattata. This is where Red also gets access to the Pokemon storage system, as Bill is the creator of this. This makes things much easier moving forward, as it means Red no longer needs to carry all of his Pokemon around with him at all times. Alright trainers, this has been part 4 of our Poké-Geography series, where we take an in-depth look at the towns, cities and landmarks throughout the Pokemon world. If you did enjoy this, please like, comment and subscribe to the channel to see more in upcoming episodes. Have a lovely day.